Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Behind the Mic, the show where we uncover the most interesting personalities in the Middle East construction industry. I'm your host, Julian Tolentino, and today I'm joined by Bishoy Azmy, the CEO of Innovo. And with that, let's get on to the conversation. Bishoy, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Julian.
Amazing. So our conversation today will essentially be all about you, the company that you've built, and the future outlook that you have for Innovo. So I want to start off with asking you, what excites you the most about your job right now as the CEO of Innovo, and what are you looking forward to every day?
Oh my God. How much time do you have?
Lots of time.
What excites me about my job is that we build real things, is that we build products that people can use, people can enjoy.
Yeah.
So when we walk around town and we see how our projects are actually integrated into people's lives,
Yeah.
it's very rewarding.
Yeah, I think it's really important to be in a job where you're feeling very fulfilled.
Yes.
Am I right? Right. What inspired you to pursue entrepreneurship and leadership?
So I wouldn't say I'm a 100% an entrepreneur. I cheated a little bit. So my father started the business a long time ago and I worked with him. So when I started Innovo, I had the benefit of my experience with him and the time spent with him. So he's my mentor and I'm a sort of a entrepreneur 2.0. So we try to benefit from those years of experience and build something that is future looking.
And going back, I want to talk about Innovo a little bit here. When you first started Innovo, what was your main guiding vision, or what did you hope to, bring forward as opposed to, having your father there? What did you want to put on the table?
Fair. So I have worked in the construction industry all my life. This is all I know and all I've studied. And I believe the industry is a very important, large industry. And I don't think that's just my belief. By numbers, it's one of the largest industries in the world. It impacts GDP in terms of number of people it employs, the value of the real estate and other infrastructure assets that it produces. So it is a significant player in the economic sort of cycle. Yet it remains one of the more backward industries.
Yes.
And hence, surprise, surprise, we focus on innovation. So we called the company Innovo, so that I remind myself and everybody who operates in the company remind themselves that we're trying to innovate in an important, large, but fairly antiquated industry.
Right. And it's the nice point you have there. I didn't know Innovo was from the word innovation. But speaking of innovation, there are a lot of buzzwords going around in industry. And one of them that I keep coming across in all of the interviews and the stories that we do is AI. AI is a buzzword right now. Everyone is talking about it. Is this something you're dabbling into, or are you looking to innovate something that is uniquely Innovo?
No, we're not looking to dabble into anything that's uniquely Innovo. We don't think we have the research capabilities to do something that no one ever has done. But on the innovation front, we're working now on preparing a 2026 strategy that focuses on three things.
Okay.
So one of them is the digital twin. One of them is robotics in construction, and one of them is AI. So those are our three main targets in terms of innovative practices or upgrades to where we are today and where we want to be at the end of next year.
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell you more about each.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Sure. So the digital twin is basically you create a soft version, a digital version, soft copy.
Yeah.
Like an old floppy drive.
Yes.
So you create a digital version of the asset that you want to build, be it a hospital, be it an airport, be it a residential tower, be it an hotel, be it a school. And you address all the issues that can arise in terms of problems, technical problems, operational problems, maintenance problems, in a much cheaper way and a much faster way in this virtual world, like Meta and the VR. So, and then you translate that into reality. This is not something new, but there's a lot of updates and technologies, and we're trying to make sure that the entire business end-to-end operates based on a digital twin. This is number one.
Yeah.
Number two is a robotics strategy. So part of the reason why construction is not very advanced is that it uses a lot of manual labor.
Yes.
And if you compare how a car or an airplane was built 100 years ago and how they're built today, it's highly automated. But buildings are still built very much in a manual way, floor by floor, people coming in, pouring concrete, tying steel, I don't know what. So today we're adopting a robotic strategy where we're doing a lot of the repetitive work in construction using robots.
Okay.
And so each robot roughly, very roughly, is equivalent to about 20 humans.
So
and they produce better quality.
Sorry, is this like a prefabricated modular solution?
So prefab is off-site. We're saying now we're on-site.
Okay.
We're on the project, but for example, this carpet that we can see here, it can be laid by a human, and he can lay, let's say, 20 square meters of carpet a day. But if you bring in a robot and you give him the digital twin into his brain, a chip, you know, that this floor is 10 meters by 15 meters, and this is the carpet in his artificial hands. He will then lay it and probably do 10 or 15 or 20 times what a human can do, and with better accuracy. This is robotics. In terms of AI, so I think any company worth its salt today is dabbling with this concept of AI and how it's impacting us. And I think the general sentiment I understand is that AI is not going to replace people, but the people who are smart and capable of using AI will replace the people who are not AI adepts. So I think that's the difference. So we're trying to be in the first camp and not in the second camp. But of course, for us, at least as a company, we're still very, very, very much in early stages, because for AI to work properly, you need data, and you need that data to be properly present. That's why, for example, ChatGPT has access to the internet. So you need to have your own data as a business, and then you put on top of that artificial intelligence so that it sifts through this data and understands historical trends and gives you its predictions. So we're still working on that base.
And it's going to be a long game from here, right?
Yes, I mean, it's very early stage, for us.
Speaking of innovation, how do you think, with all of the 3 pillars that you've mentioned now, how does innovation drive Innovo's growth? How do you see it driving steady growth and exponential growth in the next 5-10 years?
So I'm not sure how much it will drive our growth, but it's definitely driving our profitability. It's definitely driving the quality and output. When robotics succeeds, and we're still in early days, it can then impact growth, because you don't have the limitation of how many thousands of people you employ. You will need less people. When we adopt AI properly, it can impact growth, because then you don't need to spend months taking certain decisions. Everything moves faster. So we've not seen it yet, but I don't think it's an option. If we don't have a very good command of these 3 tools, which I think are essential to the future of our industry,
100%.
I think we will not talk about growth, but we will talk about decline.
Let's talk about culture and strategic transformation. So leading a company through these cultural and strategic transformations is, again, it's never easy, right? What has been the biggest challenge for you in your journey as a CEO at Innovo, and what have you learned during these challenging situations?
So to be honest, I mean, you're talking about culture, and I'm supposed to say that my biggest challenge has been trying to convince people that this is the right culture. That's probably the answer you'd expect, but honestly, that's not been a challenge. The last few years have been good, and we've had, a lot of people believe in this idea. So it's been a surprisingly, refreshingly positive journey, where people, instead of saying, no, we don't believe there can be innovation in construction and we are sticking to our old ways, I didn't see as much of that as I would have expected. I saw all stakeholders, our teams, our clients, people who work with, all saying, oh, wow, what a breath of fresh air. We're very happy to try and, play our part in something that's innovative in this industry. And hence, it has been largely a successful journey.
And how important is people to you in the company?
I think it's the top priority, the most important part of success.
That's true. All right, so looking 5 to 10 years ahead, let's take a step back. What do you want Innovo to be known as? Or again, what do you want your legacy to be at Innovo?
I think the word legacy is very big, but let's, and 10 years is a long horizon. We don't know what will happen. But let me say what we are working towards now is having twin pillars in the business. So we want to be an innovative and a modern construction player. And we also want to leverage our knowledge and expertise and scale in construction to develop our own projects as a developer. So we anticipate that in 5 to 10 years, Innovo will have 2 main pillars, construction and development, and both will be infused with the most cutting-edge technologies in those spaces. And I think we have a competitive advantage in the sense that because we understand construction, we bring that advantage to development.
Yeah.
While we have many disadvantages in development because we have not had the same decades of experience as a team working in development.
But what do you see would be the advantage to that, knowing that you have enhanced your capabilities in construction? How would you take those knowledge into building a proper, let's say, project?
So many ways. So, the largest outlay, the largest expense for a developer is the construction cost.
Yep.
So we have a strong handle on that. People always talk about value engineering. We know how to do that. Time is of the essence. We know how to save time. We understand building materials very well. So our understanding of the product, we don't understand the customer maybe because we've not worked as B2C before. We always worked B2B, and the developer then deals with the customer. But that's part of our learning.
Yes.
But there's so many benefits from an entity that has construction experience that it can bring to development.
All right. Last question for you, and I think this is one of the most important for our audience as well, is as the CEO now, what advice would you give to young professionals entering the construction industry? A lot of the times, construction professionals, and especially those who are in Gen Z or millennials, are having a hard time staying in the industry. What would be your number one advice for them?
What I've seen from younger people is that they're smarter than I am, and they're more attuned with the direction of travel. So I've been working for 25 years. When someone has only 1 or 2 years experience, I think their understanding of where the world is going is arguably better than mine. So I will, sort of caveat that before I give you an answer to your question. But I think the industry is not going anywhere. I think it deserves to be considered an attractive industry. I think as long as they find employers or ecosystems where the major leadership believes in innovation in this industry, I think they're in a good place. If they are in a very, very, very traditional environment, maybe they will start chaffing and not being very happy and would want to leave.
All right. So great advice. Thank you so much, Bishoy.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And that is a wrap. If you like my conversation with Bishoy today, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all of our streaming channels. As always, stay informed, stay ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.